Welcome dear students, Class 8 Chemistry. Myself Zainab Bahuri. Today we are going to complete Chapter 8 Water. Part 5 Water Pollution. Dear students,
In this part, we are going to study
water pollution, causes and prevention of it, water management. Do you know what is meant by water pollution? Water pollution is the contamination of water with different substances which makes it unfit for many types of uses. That is, undesirable changes in the physical, chemical and biological conditions of water that makes it unfit for human consumption and for all other animals. Dear students, the waste products from homes, agricultural lands, industries, etc. are called as pollutants. Because of all these pollutants, water gets impure or polluted. Let us observe all the causes of water pollution. First, chemical wastes of industries and agricultural processes. Water is required in a large quantity in industries as well as in the agriculture for different purposes. Most of the industries dump their waste in river and even into sea without prior treatment. As well as fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides and other chemicals which are used in cultivated fields get dissolved in water when it flows across the fields. These are carried to the rivers and to the oceans and seas with the help of rainwater. This acidic water is very harmful for all kinds of living world. Even acidic water from mines and rain, which is acidic in nature, also pollute the water in rivers and sea. These chemicals are dangerous for all kinds of aquatic life, and they make the water unfit not only for human consumption, for all the living world. The second major reason for water pollution is thermal waste from the nuclear and thermal power plants. Dear students, as we know, power plants use large amount of water for cooling. The same way they discharge the wastewater which is hot and contaminated with the number of chemicals into the streams and rivers. This results in increase in the temperature of water, which is injurious for fishes and other aquatic life. The third major source of water pollution is sewage and garbage. The discharge of sewage and garbage into the water is another major cause of water pollution. Water becomes unsafe for drinking and other uses due to people urinating, defecating and washing the different things into the fresh water. This causes increase in contamination, which is biological in origin, and it leads waterborne diseases like typhoid, hepatitis, cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, etc. Let us observe this visual which will help you to understand different sources of water pollution.
Water pollution. Water is one of the most valuable resources provided to us by nature. We use water for so many purposes, and while doing so, we also make water very dirty. Making the water dirty by the addition of substances called pollutants is called water pollution. Let us try to learn more about water pollution and how we can reduce it. Many human and natural activities result in water pollution. Dumping garbage into water bodies is a common cause. Washing clothes, utensils, and bathing animals add dirt and detergents to the water and cause pollution. Untreated waste from factories and sewage from residential areas add toxic chemicals and waste into the water bodies. Water that is washed off from agricultural fields contains large amounts of pesticides and fertilizers that pollute the water of the nearby water bodies. Accidental spillage of oil from oil mining machines into the sea and oil-carrying ships is a growing cause of water pollution in the present times. On January 28, 2017, two cargo ships collided off the coast in Chennai, causing a massive oil spill into the sea. This caused a lot of damage to the aquatic plants and animals. Drinking polluted water can cause diseases like typhoid, cholera, and diarrhea. Metals like lead, mercury, and arsenic present in polluted water enter the bodies of aquatic organisms like fishes. When humans drink this water or eat the organisms living in such polluted waters, there is a high risk of lead and mercury poisoning. Arsenic poisoning causes black patches on the skin, and prolonged exposure can even cause cancer. Addition of waste and toxic chemicals to water also raises the temperature of water by many degrees. Rise in temperature alters the life cycle of many aquatic organisms and can even kill the plants and animals living in water. Water pollution has serious effects on us and our environment.
I hope you understood all the ways which are polluting water bodies. Let us turn to the different methods to prevent water from pollution. We should spread awareness and make sanitary facilities available in rural areas as well as city slums so as to discourage people from defecating in the open spaces and near the water bodies. Domestic sewage should be treated before being discharged into the rivers. The solid matter separated from sewage can be used to generate biogas and important alternative fuels. The waste products of industries should be treated before they are discharged into rivers and other water bodies. We should wisely use substances like detergents, pesticides, polythene, etc. They are non-biodegradable materials and they pollute the environment, including water, to an undesirable extent. And once this valuable liquid will get polluted completely, will be very much difficult for us to make it clear and clean. Washing and cleaning of utensils, clothes, bathing of animal and human beings should be avoided in or near sources of water, like rivers, lakes, etc. Trees and plants must be planted along the banks of the rivers and ponds. Put a covering on a well so that unwanted material will not get incorporated into the water to create contamination. Purification of water bodies should be carried out from time to time. Dead bodies of animals should be disposed in a hygienic way instead of disposing into the water bodies. Let's see some effects of water scarcity on plants. As we know, plants need water in large amount for various purposes. If water is not available to the plants for a long time, the earth will lose its green character, as all the forests and green lands or grasslands will be dried. Human beings are dependent on plants for food, oxygen, wood, and so many useful products. If there are no plants, there will be no life on the earth. Hence, it is important to save water. Let us learn how to conserve water from pollution as well as how to prevent wastage of water. In order to save water, there are many steps taken under water management. As water is a precious natural resource, in order to make it available easily in future, we have to conserve it today. A few of the ways by which we can conserve and preserve water are as: construct dams and reservoirs to control flood and collect water. Do not leave taps running water while brushing teeth, shaving, or washing clothes. Recycle water in industries and use it as many times as possible before disposing it. Plant trees to slow down the flow of rainwater on land and to increase the seepage of water in soil by the different methods like continuous contour trenches in the slope and hilly regions, by building the embankments. Practice rainwater harvesting. Repair leak taps and pipes at the earliest so that we can avoid unnecessarily wastage of water. Recycle polluted water and use it for irrigation purpose. Limit the use of chemical fertilizers, insecticides, and pesticides, which are responsible for making the water polluted and poisonous. Instead of that, encourage the use of biodegradable fertilizers and pesticides. Farmers should use better methods of irrigation like drip irrigation, sprinkle irrigation, in which water is supplied to the plant drop by drop instead of filling the entire field with water.
At last, observe this animation to recapitulate how can we reduce water pollution.
One very easy way is to educate people to stop dumping garbage, washing clothes, and bathing animals in water bodies like lakes and rivers. Waste from industries and residential areas should be treated and made free from harmful substances before being discharged into water bodies. Use of harmful pesticides and insecticides in agricultural fields must be discouraged. We too should do our duty and avoid wastage.
Here we complete our chapter 8 water.
Solve exercise 3 from textbook.